At first glance, they are considered society's bad people, lawbreakers, who are believed to be a threat to society, to us and to our neighbors. But in many cases, it's never that simple.
At some point you have to understand that there but by the grace of God go I, and we've all done things in our life we're not proud of and maybe just didn't get caught. So at some point, when do we look past the crime and look at the person?
If we would see a brother, a father, a mother, a neighbor, a relative, co-worker, a church member, someone who is in need of the same kind of love and acceptance that each of us wants and needs.
You feel very isolated and alone and scared, really scared.
And for every person who is actually locked up in prison, there are others, family members, who share the punishment.
Whether it's the father or the mother who goes into prison, and the children suffer the most.
We would always play together and we would have fun. Sometimes we would go to the park and stuff.
Jalyn still collects flowers in the park, but she cannot share them with her father for now. He's currently in state prison. There are more than 6,000 people serving time in the 8 county prisons that are within the 9 county Lower Susquehanna Synod of the ELCA. 3,600 more are housed in the state prison at Camp Hill. The U.S. has a higher percentage of its population in prison than any other country. 1 out of every 100 people are currently in jail. 1 out of every 30 is involved at some point in the criminal justice system. So there's a good chance that most people have a connection to someone in prison.
It touches almost every family. I serve a very small parish, and to have the number of people who are imprisoned or have a family member or a friend who is serving time, it's amazing.
Yet they are the people Jesus was talking about in Matthew 25 when he said, "When you visit those in prison or clothe the naked or feed the hungry, it's as if you are ministering to Jesus himself."
For me, it was a reorientation of my thinking about who's on the margins and how do we connect with those people as followers of Jesus.
This is a mission field. People talk about doing missionary work, and we often think of it maybe far away, exotic places. This is a mission field in your backyard.
What keeps prisoners motivated, experts say, is some kind of contact with the outside world. The Criminal Justice Ministry Task Force of the Lower Susquehanna Synod is suggesting that each member of our churches take one small step toward lessening the negative impact of incarceration on either a prisoner, a family member, or someone who is returning from prison and re-entering society.
Just do one thing. The smallest step you're comfortable with or that you're not quite comfortable with, try something, one thing. Take one small step and get started.
Their need for visitors, for men to be visited, cards, phone calls, all kinds of things. Bibles, we have a huge need for Bibles. We probably give out 80 Bibles a week.
Letters are of huge importance, letters and pictures.
Be there to help maybe with transportation, to go visit, or child care while someone goes visit. There's so many ways I think that congregations can help.
Members of the St. James Lutheran Church in Gettysburg have a gift tree where members can choose school supplies to donate to children who have a parent at the Adams County Prison. Another great need is for people to have a spirit of compassion for men and women who are newly released, especially when they seek to be part of a church community.
They need a church where they can go and be accepted. Our church is willing to accept inmates, regardless of what their crime is, and believe that in Jesus Christ they're a new creation.
If you have a business and you can offer somebody a job if they're coming out.
But the need is to take one small step. Christ's love compels us to have compassion for all people, even those who have made choices that have led them into the criminal justice system.
Out of gratitude, we change, we become new. He restores us, and he gives us a renewing of the mind.
As a congregation or as an individual, taking one small step can make a huge difference in someone's life, including possibly your own.